Well, hello YouTube and baseball fans alike. Welcome back to Old Guy Plays 1969 for some more MLB The Show 25. Now I do realize I'm a little bit behind the curve because MLB The Show 26 I guess is soon ready to drop. And I don't fibs-gitch. We're going to go ahead and finish 25. We will eventually look at 26. I mean, I've been enjoying this franchise. Right now our record is 1-2, and let me pop into the actual feed of the game here. I did have a look at the actual roster that we're running. I went and I checked over every player. There was two guys that had a little bit of potential that I thought maybe that I put on the block that I should probably take off. They were relief pitchers. Now they're at the very, very bottom of our pool. So let's go in. We'll have a look at that first. So I don't think that's here. I think that maybe was where it kind of was. Nope. No. No. That's the file save. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm looking for. There's what I'm looking for. Set my block. Right here. Here we go. All right. So, I had guys down here. These two. Jacob Gonzalez, which is a shortstop, and a relief pitcher, Andrew Dalquist. And I was really kind of going through my relievers. Now, he's only 24. He's a 53 overall, which I realize is sucks C potential. But one of the stats that I did like on him, he's got 70 stamina. He's also got 5 pitches. And he's only 24. So I'm not going to give up on this kid right yet. Same with Gonzalez. Gonzalez is pretty based all the way through. He can play 2 other positions. He is a first round pick. So that was another contributing factor. And I was having a look at this as well, so I think I understand this a little bit more, that he's at 60K, but he can do a renewal contract in 2026, 2027, and based off of whatever that is, then gets locked into arbitration for 2028, 29, 30. And then if that doesn't come to an agreement, he immediately goes to free agency in 2031. But I really don't expect these guys to get better. I really don't. But I just where they're young, and I'm not sure on the game itself how it progresses. Like, can a 50 overall player jump up 20 or 30 points in one season? Like, don't know if that's possible. It's my really first deep dive into franchise with this game, and I do like this game, and like I said, part of this is to kind of learn more about baseball itself, and I like a good challenge, so that's why I picked a team that supposedly, you know, on paper is one of the worst teams in MLB. So, you know, this is about me, the GM. So even though I know a lot of guys, when they're doing this type of series, they put on the GM goals and they can't be fired. So I can be. Okay, so this is year 1 of 3, and I do have these goals to reach with the team. Now, if I don't make them with the Sox, I'd like to maybe continue on and just, you know, if I get another offer as a contract as the GM, I would like to maybe do that with the next season. Now, maybe that next season will be running that team in MLB 26. Not sure. But anyway, just leave that up on the screen there for you for a moment so you can see what the expectations are with the owner. I don't really think we're going to have a problem reaching a few of these. He's already got one already. Turned 4 double plays in a single game. I mean, it did that already in spring training. So some good things have already happened. All right. So anyway, the other screen, when I popped over to this that I was looking at, you might have been wondering, what were you looking at? Well, The biggest thing that I noticed with the roster, and let's go into it so I can show what I'm talking about here. I went through the starting pitchers, and I think we're pretty good there. I was looking at all of our relievers. They're all aged 29 to 32, and then after that, the young guys, the talent drops right off. Okay? There's a couple guys I was looking at here that may have some potential to really do something. So Mike Vassell, even though he is listed as a reliever, he is only 24, but here's the key thing I like about this guy. He's got a 76 stamina, he's got 5 pitches, and I don't see any reason why he couldn't fill into the role of a starting pitcher if need be. Okay? So, you know, there is a possibility we could do that with him. There was also another guy that was on here. He wasn't rated very high. He is 27, but it's kind of the same idea. I'm going to probably try to fill them as a long reliever, and that was Brandon Isert, which is this guy here. Okay? Again, 36 stamina. I mean, it's not too bad, but I mean, he could be a long reliever. And then Peyton Pallette. Where's he at now? There he is. Peyton Pallette. He also has really good stamina. Could also fill the role of maybe possibly a starter. He's only age 23 and he's got 5 pitches. So maybe? I really don't know. But in the meantime, if that experiment throughout the season doesn't work, you know, we're the GM. We need a contingency plan to build towards the future, because that is kind of what we're doing, right? Franchise mode. We're trying to build a future for the White Sox. So we got to try to set these guys up for future, not just, you know, worrying about this season. We got to look at the future. So if this falls through, then it means they're not really going to be in a position to have any guys in that relief pitching role, because I mean the top guys up here, they're all aged, they're like 32 or more. Like, just for example, let's pull up like Justin Anderson. Okay, his stamina isn't the greatest. You may get an inning or two out of this guy before he's cooked. Okay, and then the biggest thing is the contract, right? So he's worth $800K this year, and he goes to arbitration next year, so which means an arbitrator could say he's worth more. They also could say he's worth less, depending on what we offer him. So, I mean, it's not that it may be hard to re-sign this guy, you know, or is his stats going to drop off so bad because of his age that he won't be worth re-signing? You know, and it's like each guy I pull up, same thing, 12 stamina. And Murphy, okay? He goes to arbitration next season. Now, I do realize we're not paying these guys a lot of money. We really aren't. James Karnak, okay? He's an actual MLB guy. He goes to arbitration. He's overpaid right now, in my opinion, $1.9 million. And I really don't think an arbitrator's going to side with him. I think, you know, if we lowball him and offer him less, he'll have no choice but to take it, or his career will be over, right? But he's only got 3 pitches. Yeah, you know, okay? And then Ben Joyce, he's a guy that was brought in on the last trade. He's out of the bunch. Like, look at his velocity and breaking balls, just right off the scale. And his HR/9 is 90 as well. So good statistics. And he goes to arbitration. So this guy is definitely going to be asking for some more money because he's got these quirks about him. But they're all, I guess for the word I'm looking for, they're all on the bubble. They're all what ifs. And if these guys don't sign, and if there's not enough guys on the FA list to sign so that I can create a bullpen for next season, we're going to be in worse trouble than we are this season. So I would expect us next season to drop in the standings, unless this season we can actually address it. So it's like, well, now that the season is underway, I know the computer didn't put anybody on the trading block, so I was like, let's have a look and see what there is now. So I was like viewing the trading block, and that's the screen that you had seen me on. And this is all the guys we got on the block. Okay, and like we had discussed earlier, we got Clevenger up there. So he may be the trade bait piece that I can offer a little dangle to another team to bring in a reliever. I went through this list. Now, it's very possible that this list can change over the period of the season. Just going to take a second and go through each one of these. Now, if for some reason you spot somebody that you really like, you can pause the video and have a quick look at it. There is one guy that is on this list that is a reliever that doesn't have a lot of money. And again, it's the same situation. They're going to be going to arbitration the following season, but I don't really care. The plan, if I take somebody off of the block here in a trade, it's for me to offload salary and for me to not worry about salary that's coming in, because it's a good chance I can just let it dissipate at the end of the season anyway, right? So it's just a way for us to like look for immediate help for, you know, future. So that being said, there's two guys I've been looking at here, and this is the first fella right here. This is Adrian Morjan. And what I like about this guy is he's 26, $2 million in contract. He's got great velocity and break. He's got 5 pitches, which is something else I like. And something we don't have a lot of is left-handers. So he's also a left-hander. So we got that to look at. He has, although, used 2 of his 3 league options. Next year he goes to arbitration. So if he doesn't play well, there's no way we're paying him $2 million. So I kind of honestly feel that the ball is in our court, considering his age. And he's got some perks, or what they refer to as quirks. But anyway, you know, so that is there. And I love, in any franchise mode, I love a project. I really do. A guy that you may look at and say, you know, this guy is not that good, and he might be at the end of his career. And, you know, it's like, all right, well, let's give him one more chance. We're a team of redemption. We need help. I mean, if some guy can, you know, all of a sudden revitalize his career for another season or two, and we played a part in that, I kind of like that idea. So there was one other guy I was looking at, and this is this reliever right here. Like I said, I was looking at him. 5.2 million is a little steep, but he is 28, and I think it's the same idea with him as well. He's going to arbitration, right? He's only got 3 pitches though, so that's something I don't like. And there was only one other guy that I was looking at on this list that I was a little excited about, and that's this guy here, Jojo Romero. And Jojo Romero is 2.3 million, B potential, 73 overall. He's 28, so he isn't finished, I don't think, yet. He's also a lefty, okay? His velocity and breaking ball isn't as good as the other guy we were looking at, but he's got 4 pitches instead of 5. He's also got, he's going to go to arbitration, and he's got the quirk of day player. So out of all these guys I looked at, the guy that I'm leaning more towards, he's only got 12 stamina. The guy I'm leaning more towards was the guy that we first looked at. The menus in this game's horrible. Oh, there's this guy. 31 though. 11 stamina. He's a right-hander though. It's got 5 pitches. Okay, teams seeking all the positions that we really are not offering. So let's go back. There we go. I think we're getting close now. Not every team is really offering up something, but there is some players on here, and there's also some good players on here. Yeah, in my opinion, definitely some good players on there. Some teams aren't even offering anything, like the Marlins. They must feel strongly about what they have. Right fielder, 36. Great player, that guy is, but you know, anyway. I know I'm flipping around the screens here a little bit. I think the easiest way to probably get to this would be to back out, go back in, trades, new trade block. And I just think I went to the left with my bumper button. There it is. So this guy here, 13 stamina. Now, of course, I still got to make the trade happen. Now, these guys are looking for a starter, so maybe I might be able to dangle Clementure for this guy. Maybe they'll go for that because I do need a starter. So let's have a look at this. We're definitely interested in making this deal, so we can make this happen. And I mean, yeah, we'll take on more salary, but we will dish off the pitcher that we weren't happy with, that didn't do very well for us. And with Clevenger, his stats are already starting to drop. And he is on the 40 man, and the guy coming in is on the 40 man, so everything should be fine there, even though we didn't use any league options. He's going to arbitration next season anyway. So again, it's the same situation that we have, but the worst situation is the relieving staff, the relief pitchers. They're in worse shape than the rest of the team. And of course, that's my opinion. You can weigh in on the comments if you think we should do something else. But I certainly would like to possibly pull the trigger on this one. And I don't know if these guys get anybody else on their release staff that we could maybe also squeeze into this deal. Well, let's have a look. What do they got on the low end of the scale here? Sean Reynolds. 26, 4 pitches. He's on the 40 man. That's too old. Stats are starting to drop. Cosgrove. He's also a left. He's on the 40 man. Yeah. Because the game maintains that if you trade them over. Wait now, this guy here, only 24. I needed the one closer. Just figured I'd have a quick look-see. And he's not on the 40 man. Wait, no, I don't think the other guy was. I think I might have been looking at that wrong. Go back up. We're looking at Cosgrove, right? Yeah. No, he is on the 40 man because, yes. All right. See potential. This guy's 21. Wow, look at the velocity on this guy. Man, I hate these guys. Only got 3 pitches, though. I like a lot of variety. Boston Bateman. What the name of that is. Francis Pena. 20 stamina. Right-hander, 3 pitches. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to squeeze somebody else into this deal. It's not looking very good. Guy's 32. 4 pitches. Yeah, you could throw that guy in there too. They would certainly take that deal. I don't know if I want a guy that old. What if we added this guy? Tino, 25, 41 stamina. I like him. They're still interested in doing that deal, so we could get two relievers out of this. Sorry if that made a noise. I'm just pulling the mic forward a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. Have a look. Is this guy in the 40 man? No, he's not. He's perfect. Gotta get to one closer. Nothing else is jumping out at me. I'm like, oh yeah, let's add that guy too. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get up my trusty pen. Yeah, still use those in 2025. I know a lot of people probably don't, but you know what? I'm old. I do. I use pen and paper. I make notes for myself, for on the team, and some of the things I'm looking at, some of the things I'd like to do, some of the things I'd like to try. This is one of them. So this is what, the San Diego Padres is what we're looking at. So just make note that the Padres have relief pitchers. Adrian Morjon, Louis Patino. For Mike Levenger. Yeah, I made my note. All right, well, I'm not going to pull the trigger on it right away. I'd like anybody that might be following the series, if you want to, you can weigh in on it. We'll let one game go by. And then if I don't hear anybody, give me time to ponder that a little bit further. But I think I may pull that deal as well. I don't want to make too many trades. I mean, I made a couple of small deals, I think, in the preseason. But I do want to address that going forward. And then it's, play the season out, roll the dice. All right, so we have Martin Perez is pitching this game. Let's have a look at our pitching rotation. I just want to see where we're at. All right, so Martin Perez, so he's a lefty. So we're going to start this next played game off with our left-handed pitcher, and then we'll go to Sean Burke, and then back up to Dougie Sterling. Okay, all right, so this game is against the Twins. Oop, what am I doing? Play full game. Okay, they're 2-1, and we're 1-2, so... Yep. Uniforms. We go with our straight whites. Alternates. City Connect. Oh, those are pretty nice, aren't they? Home 1906. 1917, 1919, 1948, 71. 83. 87. Oh, these guys have made a lot of changes. Jackie Robinson Day. Okay, we don't want to road good ones. All right, let's start off, I guess, nostalgic. Let's start off with the oldest jerseys that they had. It's the 1906 ones. And we're going to do this in right field. And, yeah, we'll just leave that as is. Martin Perez will pitch. And I don't really see anybody here to swap out. I mean, Kyle Teal does look a little tired. I could put Corey Lee in. He said 13 at bats, 231. Swap out for Corey Lee. Brooks Baldwin, not in. How come he's not in? Well, Colson Montgomery. Where else can Colson play? Third base. Him there. Who's at second? Bro. This is kind of all messed up. Center field. Luis Roberts can only play. Just serious? He could only play center field. I think he would be fine in right field. Is Michael A. Taylor going to play center too? Nope. No way. Third base. Andrew Vaughn at first. Michael A. Taylor so well. He plays a lot of positions, this guy. Now, Austin Slater doesn't have to be the DH. Let's throw Michael A. Taylor in as our DH. Let's go to the ball game and play some baseball. Here we go. Let's have a listen now to see what our announcers are going to say about today's game. And hopefully they got nice things to say about our team.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Minnesota Twins going up against the Chicago White Sox.
Game 1 of 3. 5-mile-per-hour wind from right to left field. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to select the storyline or just have a look? Top prospects. Farm system. League news.
Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
All right, so Carlos Correa. We'll have to keep our eye on him while we're pitching.
Just about ready to go. And on the hill, Martin Perez. What do you got on him, Chris?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
And now for the Twins, Harrison Bader.
Oh, Bader's how you pronounce his name. Let's do a circle change to start this game off.
And that's in for a strike. And we are underway.
And a cutter.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Four-seam fastball.
That misses the zone.
Tried to put a little heat on it.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Another circle change. Just throw her this way. Oh, crap.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I can feel bad
against the
about it.
wall
No.
with 2 strikes, but found a way. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good, balanced approach, and just blasted it through the
Hit and run
infield.
situation. Well,
This
thanks,
is Willie
Coach.
Castro.
Four-seam
1 for 4 with a
fastball.
double in yesterday's game.
Oh,
This one in the air center
it's
field.
got some height. We should be
Robert
okay
moves
there.
under it. He makes the grab. 1 away. Now Correa up to
This
hit.
is the guy we got to watch.
One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well.
Sinker.
A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before
Curveball.
games, go to a regular old Bader runs. Cut on and miss.
Oh, not even close.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you
Four-seam
can swipe it back
fastball.
against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they
Cutter.
successfully moved that
Wants
runner
it
up to
over
scoring
here.
position. Good job.
Too low, and it's ball 3. 1 out and a runner at second.
Circle change.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. Let's throw this one high. Let's do it again.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Sinker. Ace. You're struggling here. Curveball.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That was a good try.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the
Got
plate.
it.
Here's Royce Lewis. That one misses. Ball 1. Bader on second. Correa over at first with 1 away. That's to third. Slides for the stop. Not in time. He's safe.
Jeez, Montgomery is freaking slow at running. He should have had that. I mean, jeez.
So bases all loaded up.
Sinker.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Golden opportunity right here. Bounding ball here. Rolls foul.
Four-seam fastball. So this one high.
That one hooked foul.
Cutter. Wrap. Lost control of it.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Sinker.
Misses. And the count is even 2-2.
Man, oh man, I
Cutter.
don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it
Oh,
gets.
man.
Base
That's
hit,
at
1
least
run is in.
2 RBIs.
Another comes in to score. It's 2-zip.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one.
And the
ripped it
White
down the
Sox
line.
are
Nice
not
job of
starting
staying in the
things
mechanics.
off well.
And
Four-seam
now here is
fastball.
Brooks Lee. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
You are out for sure, buddy.
Second tag. Out at second.
You can see they're continuing to try to apply pressure on this pitcher.
Got the
who's
first one, but I ain't
struggling a bit.
letting you
The
get
problem
the
is you
second one
caught
there.
right
Sinker.
You're helping him out. You're giving him an out that he struggled to get. You want to maintain those base runners. Let some of those guys coming up to the plate that got some
Curveball.
pop, can hit the ball in the gap, drive in a couple of more runs.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And makes the grab.
Finally.
And
All right, and the
that'll do
bleeding
it.
has stopped, but we got to get some hits.
So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Twins 2, and the White Sox coming to bat. And we're back. And towing the slab, David Festa. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Bottom of the first, leading off, Josh Rojas.
Hey, Josh. We need some hits there, buddy. Buddy.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Souvenir.
Rojas went deep in his most recent game. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2.
Throughout history, the fastball
Didn't
down
like that
has
one.
been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Oh,
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
yeah.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right
Nope,
there.
not at
And
all.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in.
That's
Kinda
a
has
good
cutter
hit, I
action,
think.
and it just
Nah.
punches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of
couple
scoring
of
some
homers
runs.
here with Benintendi. And,
Dives, but it kicks
wow,
off
what a
his
stop.
glove. Now he gets it to
Hats
the
off
pitcher
to that.
covering the bag. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
It's what you call getting in front of the ball, that's for sure.
And
Yeah,
welcome
2
back to
home
the
runs I was
ballpark.
going to say away
Second
from
inning set to
their
go.
milestone
And
of
now the
100
first baseman,
home
Jose
runs.
Miranda.
Hopefully we can get that this season. Let's start off with a sinker.
Perez back to work. Miranda measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he
Four-seam
was born in
fastball.
Puerto Rico. This one in the air. Vaughn puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean,
Four-seam
that pitch was
fastball.
right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Curveball.
Ball 1 there.
No
Joe
friggin'
McDonald,
way.
our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack, sometimes a little tough
Better.
to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Sinker.
The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a
Four-seam
little bit,
fastball.
which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch,
Sinker.
but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Trevor Larnach in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Seam fastball.
And a foul ball.
This might be a steal situation, but that's
Circle
not
change.
your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Popped in the air. Left field. And it's caught for the out.
How many bloody pitches have I
Back
thrown?
to the leadoff spot in the Twins
35.
lineup. So
Wow.
here's Bader now. 1 for 1 with a
Sinker.
single and a run scored so far. Hit on the ground to short. Zips it to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame.
All right.
Twins wind up stranding 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
Okay. Well, let's hopefully get some hits this
Back in
time
right
around.
field, bottom half of inning number number 2. Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Oh, shut up, man.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think
If you were that good, you'd be still on a baseball team instead of in the booth. So just watch it there, buddy.
Rips one to left. That's a base hit.
That'll get us on the base.
So, runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Andrew Vaughn now. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits.
Oh,
That
ouch.
fastball.
That hurt.
No balls. One strike.
Robert aboard here at first with nobody out.
It's really tight. It was kind of inside. Oh,
Now
I
fly
don't
ball
know.
right
I don't
center.
know.
Bader racing after it.
Yeah.
And there's one away.
Oh, well.
Stepping in is the switch-hitting shortstop, Brooks
Hey,
Baldwin.
Brooks, you had such a great preseason. Your batting average is not reflecting that, but I know you can
Tapped
get her
at the
done.
plate,
So.
but it's a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Swings and misses. And a count is
Yes,
0-2.
but as
Man, he
Mark
really
would say,
sells the
yes,
changeup
that
with
dates
that
me.
arm
I
action.
get it. I get it.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Beat him
Damn
with
it.
a
He
fastball.
is getting
Well, it gets
frustrated.
talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on
Really?
developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Check on the runner. Throws it away.
Thanks
Throw
for the
pulls
base.
him off the bag, and he's safe.
Boog, you got to move your feet as footwork is so important on those pickoff throws over to first, and can be a little easy to get twisted up and throw
Sucked
across
as
your
you see as I
body, and he
slid,
didn't
right?
have
So I
much
had
of a lead
I
over
had
there
to
at all,
jump
so I
up
doubt he was
before I
trying
could
to do
start
anything
running.
more than just keep him honest, which makes that error hurt even more.
And a swing and a miss.
Brother. Way behind the pitches here today.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
And way out in front. Like, where's the happy medium here? Oh,
Shot to
wow. That
base,
first
and he
baseman,
snags
man,
it to end the inning.
he's having
The
a hell
White
of a
Sox
game.
lead 1, and they're down 2-0. Back here on the south side, new inning getting started. Now it's the Twins DH, Willie Castro.
That name sounds familiar. Let's do a sinker.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Four-seam fastball.
On the ground, right
Should be
side.
an easy one to first.
In time to Vaughn. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Gonna have to go
Here's
back, I think, and have a look at a
Correa.
few of my other
Walked his
preseason
first
games
time.
because with this going into the season,
Correa,
the game
the former
definitely
first
messed up
overall
my
pick for Puerto Rico
batting
back in 2012,
order
and he
and stuff.
blossomed
I'll
into
have to
the
have a look
American League
at
Rookie
what
of
I
the
had
Year in
set.
2015. And that drops in for a strike. One out, base is empty.
Circle change.
Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And it's 0-2.
Sinker.
Cut on and missed.
There
Struck him
we
out.
go.
And there's 2 down.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way,
Curveball.
but that time, a little anxious.
Lewis, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 out, space is empty.
Ball again. Try to throw these guys off a little bit.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt.
And
in the
I'm going to
hitter's
throw
mind,
another one.
catcher's mind, and
Throw
even
him
the
right
pitcher's
off.
mind as to the conviction in the call.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
This hitter's looking for a fastball,
Circle
but
change.
I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Four-seam fastball.
Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Another four-seam fastball.
Swing and a high fly
Look at
ball
his
in the air
timing all
left
off, so
field.
this should be an easy out. There
And
we
that'll
go.
do it.
That'll do it for the third.
Here on the south side, the batter now, Colson Montgomery. Up and in, and that's ball one.
Try to get settled in here and get some hits.
And there's a ball.
Well, they say that's just a bit outside.
Swings through that.
I
Behind
would throw him
again.
another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss there.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
That one misses.
There
So
we go.
lead off
Take the
walk.
base.
And now here's the veteran DH, Michael A. Taylor. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Montgomery on at first, nobody out. Close one, doesn't get the call.
Oh, wow.
And now
That was a
2-0.
gimme. I'll take it. I don't normally get the calls. He used to go against me.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Ground ball could be two. The throw to
Another
second
error.
is offline.
Yep. They didn't get going quick enough after
this
sliding
offense just
into
got a
their
major gift.
respective
Probably
bases.
should have been a double play, but it all starts with a good feed to second, and right there, everything broke down on the throw. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
And that one fouled off. First and second, no outs here in the last half of the third. To first, maybe a 2-ball.
Yeah, forget it. It's going to that first baseman.
To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Oh, no.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough.
All
Got
right.
out in front
So
a little
he
bit,
played
rolled
good on
over
2
it,
plays, and
beat it
then
into
on the
ground.
third one, he just tried to do too much.
Here's Mike Tauchman. Rolled
I
softly,
really
but
thought
that
we were
goes
going to have
foul.
2 outs on
I
that
think
last play,
ultimately
so
you wanna
this is
tie him
another
up,
gimme.
Get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Ball.
Oh, it might drop
Line,
in.
and that's a base hit. Montgomery scores. And it's an RBI single, and they trail by 1. Now a dive for the tag, and he gets him.
What?
That's
He
heads-up
didn't
play
get
right
him.
there. The outfielder knowing he
I
has
wanna
no shot at
re-see
the runner
that.
at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
Throw. I slide. I was already on the bag. Oh, wow.
Now
The game
Andrew
gave him that
Benintendi
one.
to
I was
hit.
already
He's
on the
0 for
bag. He
1.
did not tag me at all with that ball.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
No balls, one strike.
Yeah, you got lucky there, guys.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Checks over to first. Back
I
safely.
didn't think he'd want to throw that, considering he wild pitched the last pickoff attempt. Yeah, that's a
Center
pop-up.
field. Buxton moves under it. And the inning is
Well, I
over.
got one RBI. I'm not going to complain.
On to the fourth. And now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
Okay, sinker.
And that is downstairs. 1-0.
Well, these
Four-seam
Twins doing
fastball.
a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've
Four-seam
been able to push a
fastball.
couple of runs across to score as well.
On the ground to short, Baldwin. Over to first.
That's an out.
And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Now here is Brooks Lee. Fly to
Circle
right
change.
his first time. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count
No,
might
that's
set
a
them
ball.
up to do more damage
Son
later
of
in
a
this
bitch.
game.
Sinker.
One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Seam fastball.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on
There you
strikes.
go. Have a
Really
seat.
love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And here's the first baseman, Jose Miranda. Curve in the
1-0.
dirt.
Four-seam fastball.
Next offering is fouled back.
Circle change.
2 outs. And there's a foul ball.
Can we get this guy on a curve? Right.
The other way.
Okay.
He's got it.
Nice
and
catch
that'll
by
end the
Vaughn.
inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They lead it 2-1. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now it's Luis Robert. He swings and misses at the first pitch.
No
0-1.
balls, one
I don't
strike.
even want to talk about that one. I don't even want to talk. I keep making the same mistake.
And
Ball one.
downstairs.
Hey, bud, I'm not going to fall for that twice. I mean, come on. Give me some credit. I'll fall for it the third time.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
You shouldn't-
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out.
Wow.
That K is his third of the game.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
I got to stop
Swings
going
through
after
that
those
one, as he
complete
comes to the
garbage
plate for the
pitches. I mean,
second time
jeez.
today. That's the
That's
third.
an easy one.
Lewis throws to
He's
first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. That clips the corner.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Foul ball.
He stays alive.
Swing and a miss.
Oh,
And that's
God.
that.
Ain't getting nothing done that
Down in
inning
order
with
go the
those
White Sox.
types of
And our
swings.
score remains.
Ugh.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Sinker. I definitely got more innings pitched than
back
third
to
guy,
work.
though, for sure.
This to third, Montgomery. That takes care of Buxton. Here's Trevor Larnach. Fly to left his first
Seam
time.
fastball.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Larnach measures
Circle
6
change.
feet 4 inches. 28 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2018. Rojas tosses to first, and a couple of quick outs. And now Bader up to the plate. Singled and scored back in the first.
Better.
He's 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the
Circle
first, but it's
change.
been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
There's a
Wow.
strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were
Curveball.
down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
He's there.
Yeah.
He's got it. And that is that. Nothing doing here for the Twins. And we're back. Here's Corey Lee. Misses the zone, and he gets him to
Shit.
chase.
Man. That was pretty gross.
Wow,
right
didn't
there.
get a chance to go to the bullpen.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
To the bullpen. All right, who can we get warming up? The man who could be gone. Let's warm up Clemenger.
The 0-2. And ball 1.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Up and in, and it's 2-2.
Maybe the pitches are starting to progressively get about the same.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch
Thought I had
inside.
way
Really
more
think the
pitches
outer
in than
half
him,
is
but
open.
it's up to 52 himself, so.
In the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Lifted in the air, right field. Hauls it in for the out. So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Now a screamer into the outfield. Out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Taylor
Was a very
down the
good
box,
at-bat.
comes up empty with a
Nothing
swing
wrong
there.
with that hit.
No, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he is a tack hitter.
Oh,
pitching
Michael
on
A.
the road like
Taylor's
this is very
issue says he
impressive.
played for
This has been a
5
treat to watch.
innings.
White Sox down a run. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Struck him out looking. Nothing doing for the
Oh,
White
if you
Sox.
don't like the
They're
pitch, you
down
can't really swing at it now,
2-1.
can you?
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Willie Castro.
Okay. Sinker.
Off the mark there. Ball 1.
1 ball. No strikes.
Better.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. shallow right field.
foul.
And that is foul.
Shouldn't have been. Should have been able to catch that. Four-seam fastball.
Ball to strike. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul.
Better.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Nice play.
And here comes Carlos Correa.
Curveball.
There's a strike.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Four-seam fastball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
In the air to left down the line. Tuckman turns to the right on the
Nice
move.
catch.
Makes the catch for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his
Circle
highest
change.
gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Lewis at the plate now. That's ball one. And that one hammered. That's back there.
Nice
Makes
catch.
the catch up against the wall. So they go quietly there. Top of the order, due up in the home.
Yeah, gotta get this tied up.
Back
Okay,
down
they
for
are
the bottom of the
switching
sixth.
pitchers.
And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Danny Coulombe.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Slice the other way and foul.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the bullpen and put Mike Clevenger in the game.
And that's through there for a strike.
Oh, that
And it's
was
nothing
a
in two.
tricky pitch because
Activity
I
in the
thought that was
bullpen.
going to be
Griffin
too high.
Jax, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Sands getting cranked up as well.
There you go.
Swing and a miss.
Damn it.
And he's down on strikes. One away, bottom of the sixth. Now, Mike Tuckman.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Nope, that's in there.
Laser base hit.
Only worth one though.
And they have their first hit since the third inning. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Rolled slowly to
What a
first.
shitty hit that
Off
was.
balance speed, there's one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely
Yeah,
done, and
not
that'll do it.
getting
One hit in
much
the
done
inning, but
that
nothing more
way,
than
that's
that.
for
We're
sure.
through 6 full. It's the
Ow.
Twins 2 and the White Sox 1.
Yep, bring him in.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Mike Clevenger.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Four-seam fastball.
Jeffers leading things off and takes a strike.
No ball. One strike.
Sinker.
That's in there. 0-2 now.
Slider.
And that skips in the dirt.
Slider. Sinker.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Brooks Lee will hit next.
Circle change.
Swing and a ball driven out to center.
No,
That
no,
one's
no,
deep.
no. No, no, no.
And
Ah.
gone. And they add
Thanks for
on.
just
It's
reinforcing
3-1.
the fact that
They
you're
only
going to
needed
be
one
leaving our
swing
club,
to square it up.
Clevenger.
Not wasting any
God.
time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough.
Okay, to the bullpen. Who can I warm up? And Murphy.
Behind it for the homer. What
Or
an
seam
attempt at the
fastball.
wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Miranda in the box again. Takes the strike.
Sinker.
Next offering is fouled back.
Slider.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes, you're
Slider.
looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Inside. And the count is 1-1.
Four seam fastball.
That
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
Cutter.
No.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no
Slider.
panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate. So a man aboard. And next for Minnesota,
change.
Trevor Larnach. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop
Four
times in the
seam
game.
fastball.
He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Nobody's going for that. Okay. Sinker.
And the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Cutter.
2 outs. Swings and misses. Struck him out. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Midway. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Griffin Jacks.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come
Thank
in
God,
and
because the
protect
other
the
guy,
tight
I
lead late in
didn't
the
feel I
ball
was going to get any hits
Some
off
of them
him.
are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Robert, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1.
You know, these White Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Falling behind 2-1.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab, 1 away. So digging in, Andrew Vaughn. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Twins trying to protect a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball.
Oh, I'm deep into concentration. Every time I'm behind the stick, I feel that
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
the computer or the team should have a better chance of winning, right? Human
Brooks
intervention and
Baldwin now
all
at
that
the
stuff.
plate.
But
It was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
I'm feeling bad because I'm not getting it done.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Jeez.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Harrison Bader.
Pen. Go to Pen Murphy. Didn't he go in?
The White Sox going with a new arm, Penn Murphy.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Try that SLV pitch. That's a slider of some
And
kind.
first offering is fouled off.
Four-seam fastball.
Swing and a ball popped in the
Are
air.
you kidding me?
And it drops in.
And it
the leadoff
drops
man
in.
aboard.
Nobody wants to play baseball, huh?
Willie Castro, the next Twin up to hit.
Sinker.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball one.
1-0.
Murphy, in his fourth
Sinker.
year, he throws a slurve, a four-seamer, and
There
he
we
works
go.
in a sinker. Baldwin toss to second. How about that double play?
Oh, man,
That's
what a
what we
smooth
needed.
double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So up next, Carlos Correa.
Try to slurve.
Pitch misses, and that is ball one. Two down, nobody
Serve
on.
again.
And we're in the top of the eighth. Swings through that one.
Oh, that's that slurve right there.
1-1.
He threw it extremely well.
Sinker.
Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Now you get to this part of the order.
Seam fastball.
Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Slurve.
Got him swinging.
All right.
Twins retired in short order, but they still lead it 3-1.
We are running out of innings, guys. We got to get it done.
On the mound now for the Twins, Cole Sands.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Lee at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty
No ball.
there.
One
Some
strike.
movement in the Twins bullpen. Yohan Duran, the closer, is getting loose. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
And he chases that one. One away.
Jeez.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here.
Yeah.
Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be
1-0.
trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
One down, base is empty. That's
Ball
too
2.
low. And the count is 2-0. Swings through
Yep.
that one for strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground.
Foul.
And it goes just foul. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Yep.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Swing and a liner foul off
Keep
to the
pulling
right.
it. Now he'll pitch one way off the plate, and I'll swing for it. It'll be strike 3. You're out. Inning done.
Swing and a
Called
miss,
it.
struck him out. And he strikes
Psyched
out
myself
the side
right
here
out.
in the 8th.
Yeah.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's a
Wow.
Back at right field, all set to start the 9th in this one.
Four-seam
Down the third
fastball.
baseman, Royce Lewis. That's in there.
Slurve.
And that's downstairs. And it's 1-1.
Slurve.
And there's a ball.
back-to-back breaking pitches away. You get the feeling as a hitter that
Sinker.
the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keep her again.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Slurve.
Hard hit, right side. The throw to first.
That's an out.
And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. So up next for Minnesota, Brian Jeffers.
Slurve.
check swing on the
Oh,
first pitch. Appealed out
Stupid
of
old
first.
bastard.
And
You
he
don't know
held
what
up.
you're looking at. Sinker. Four-seam fastball.
One down, base is empty. And that one pulled foul.
Slurve.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Sends it across the first. Two quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 outs, base is empty.
Slurve.
Brooks lead. The next twin up to hit. That's down and in.
Four-seam fastball.
Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
2 hits for him in
You
this
gotta
one,
be
both
friggin'
for extra
kidding me.
bases.
You
Gotta
can't
feel
see
good
me,
about
huh?
that. He
Get the
absolutely
John
ripped
Cena.
that ball out front and almost got it
Slurve.
out of here, man. Just a really strong balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat. And it
Four-seam
is probably out of
fastball.
here.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over
Slurve.
as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Yohan Duran.
Need another pitcher warming up in case there is another inning that needs to be played. So let's get Ben Joyce here.
He comes in
Throwing.
with a chance for his second save of the season. Rojas stands in now and watches strike 1. Left field, Larnach sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab.
It's 1 away.
He's 2 outs away. Next to hit, Mike Tauchman. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There's a swing and a
Man.
miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the
No
box,
ball.
and a smart
2
pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
To third. Lewis
2
throws
away.
to first. Tuckman is gone.
This could be the
That play
last
won't
one.
be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And
In
that'll
the
be
air,
Buck
left
Duke.
field, down the line.
Oh, wow.
That one gets down for a hit.
They were shifted.
So 2 down. Luis Robert Jr. steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 3. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
No ball.
Just
1
amazing
strike.
to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
That one in triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The White Sox down to their final strike.
Ball 1.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Got
Yeah,
him, and
game
that's
over.
the ball game.
It's always
And
nice
another
to grab
loss.
the opener of a series. You
Wow.
come to a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as
I don't want to hear them talk anymore. Let's hit the button and zip ahead. All right. And we'll confirm that loss, and we'll move on to the next 2 games. We'll simulate the next 2 to get into the next series, which I think is against Detroit. So let's go ahead and we'll sim through and see how we do. Cubs have claimed 32-year-old Cam Boozer off of waivers from the Sox. Okay, so Cam Boozer did get claimed, so he's gone now from our team. So we did lose a reliever there. He was old, though, so but that's the reason why he was put on waivers. So in the next 2 games, it looks like we had 2 more losses against Minnesota. So the next game is against Detroit. Who's pitching this one? Jonathan Cannon. And it's Reese Olson. Had one win already. Now our record is 1-5. So yeah, so if you want to see me pull off that trading block trade, make sure that you let me know in the comments. If not, we are going to think about it and maybe make a decision on our own if we're going to do that or not. I'm not sure. I mean, Mike Clemencher did not play too bad when we just threw him in, but we still lost the game. But anyway, if you're liking my playthrough of MLB The Show, make sure you come and support me by liking and subscribing to the channel and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video, as they say. Till next time, bye-bye.